How did my parents get so, remember, wealth, risk, reward, not. How did my parents get so smart? Serendipity. In 1946, my mother was reading Reader's Digest, which is like a abbreviated format of a much larger book, about this book, and it was called Dr. Benjamin Spock, How to Raise Kids. And why did he write it in 1946? Because from 1945, everybody was coming back from the war, we were having a lot of kids. So this definitive book, up until the time he died in 1998, had sold more copies than any other book other than the Bible. And my mother saw the Reader's Digest and she raised me according to this. So I had, on the one hand, my mom. On the other hand, and by the way, one of the precepts of this book is you never tell your children no. Well, anyway, I didn't get anything, buy the book. Anyway, and where my dad, who never said yes. Or the worst thing that could ever happen in my life, oh, you don't want to, okay, I'll tell your father when he comes back. Oh, no way did I want my dad involved in anything. I'll do whatever you want, Mom. Because I know the first thing my dad would do is whack me. Then he'd ask, what did he do again? But my dad, who didn't have a father, his father died 3 months before he was born, in 1918. My dad raised me like the Second World War and the Korean War. He raised me like the military. That's why when I went off to the military during the height of the Vietnam War, and people were all complaining, I said, shit, you should have lived at my house. This is nothing. This is bloody nothing. And I have, you know, in my dad's philosophy, he didn't really give a shit if I loved him. He just wanted the effect of me being he didn't use the word high performance, super successful person, and he equated super success monetarily, not like the personal development guys do, which is an amorphous of just smoke and shite. We probably got some really high performance, or high, good, I don't even know the right word about high performance, vis-a-vis personal development. And I've sat with some of the biggest PD guys on the planet, this close. They say, you're killing us, Dan. What are you telling that shit for? If it wasn't for these idiots, we couldn't make a living. You have no idea what they think of you. You have no idea how they laugh about you. You have no idea. Brings me to tears just thinking about it. My own kids, who I never helped, never gave my daughter going to school, never got them a job. They chose to go to schools. But not everybody has to go to schools to be a high-performance person. Of course, everybody points at Bill Gates and Zuckerberg more recently, but they, as much as went to school, they went to Harvard, and so you know that doesn't matter. Okay, so now wealth, risk, reward, not. We don't know how to evaluate true risk reward. Everybody in everybody's family in this room has got an idiot uncle or cousin or somebody that lost his ass in some investment. Everybody in this room. And that resonates. And that's what your subconscious dwells on. Because you don't want to be made a fool like he was made a fool, and they're still talking about it, and he's been dead 30 years. And you ask why you are where you are. We have some people in the room that flew from the continent to be here, and well, thank you very much. I thank you for your interest. And again, I want to thank the university. I'm not finishing, I just, while I'm thinking about it, I want to thank people. I want to thank the university for the opportunity. See, I still call it an opportunity, even though I'm not selling anything. Because it is an opportunity, because I'm not the least controversial person that I'm sure they could pick to come and speak to you kids. But it never ceases to amaze me that I'm the only person, apparently, that has figured out why do we go from success to development. And I am bright. Now, I'm not here to tell you I'm not bright. That'd be disingenuous. That'd be a lie. I'm super bright, and I have a high IQ compared to this audience, I probably only got this audience by about 50, 60 points. Additional IQ than this audience has. Now we're going to talk a little bit about IQ. Let's just, for this example, say that we all got 100 IQ. For some of you, I'm taking away. For some of you, I'm giving. Okay? Can anybody have 10 or 15 or 20 times our IQ at 100? No. Well, then why do people every day achieve 10 or 20 or 50,000 times more than we? If they can't have an IQ 10 or 20 or 30 times more than ours. Because they dream bigger than we. They dream bigger. I don't like President Obama, but I do take my hat off for one thing. Big, bodacious goals. I'm going to be the first black president as he's sucking that weed in California when he's 19 years old. That I take my hat off to him. Why don't you dream bigger? Again, wealth, risk, reward. We don't dream bigger because we've seen our parents fail. We've seen our grandparents fail. We hear about failures. In today's news, I mean, failures are better news than successes. I've been told veterans don't make good news, good TV. I've been working on a veteran program for a couple of years now. The vets don't make good TV unless they're sweating with their muscles rippling in the mud, is what I've been told by big Hollywood production companies. Now, to make the news cycle, it's got to be good TV. Good TV. Now, Prime Minister here has given some good TV here, unfortunately for her reputation in recent weeks. One, calling for the election. I wouldn't have called for it, but that's just me. Okay. Two, unfortunately, this terrible fire. And I'm told, didn't we just recently, last night, have another killing spree? I didn't even hear about that. I was preparing for this. That's what makes the news cycles now. That's what makes the news cycle. Okay, wealth. Okay. Another reason that you are where you are is because many people define wealth different ways. For those of you, we're just going to call you the tree huggers over here, and we're going to call you the money grubbers over here, just for the example, okay? Since I see a few of my money grubbers in this side of the audience. Okay, tree huggers have a different definition. The money grubbers is pretty definite, finite. Don't you think it's easier to accomplish a finite goal than an amorphous? Amorphous just means smoke. It is. It is. And I've been at this high-performance individual for 50 years. In fact, my 50th anniversary was June 1. When the first high-performance act I ever accomplished was I graduated from OCS, I became an officer, and gentlemen, by the act of the United States fucking Congress, said, you forevermore, you barrio bad boy, you bum, who try to kill your teacher in the 6th grade, you're an officer and a gentleman. And my life's never been the same. Now, if I had killed that teacher when I was in grammar school, I would be standing up here. Allah was with me that day. I dropped a fish aquarium about this size on a teacher. You would call it from the first floor, from the second floor window. And he moved. I had to scratch his ass. I don't know what he did. He moved about 4 or 5 inches, and I hit him in the shoulder, broke his collarbone, but didn't hit him in the head, as they say in Scotland. But if I had hit him in the head, my whole life would have been different. So somebody up there likes me. I'm the luckiest son of a bitch that ever walked the face of the earth. I'd really rather be the luckiest son of a bitch that ever walked the face of the earth, because I'd rather be lucky than smart. Some of you in this audience would rather be smart than lucky. Because you're just kids. You don't know what the fuck that means. You're just talking rubbish, as my wife would say. If you ever have a choice, if somebody comes down and says, would you rather be lucky or smart? Don't even hesitate. Lucky, 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 please. But your parents have raised you, and your grandparents raised them, if you would rather be smart.